Hi, Joe.
Hi Joe, how are you?
How are you?
Good, thanks. Just finished coaching.
Did you say something then?
I've just finished coaching.
All right. We'll see you do look well wrapped up.
Cold, completely freezing. But there we go. Not to worry. You all right?
Yeah.
Been busy?
Uh, yeah. Busy enough.
How long do you think this one will be?
I don't know. I don't know what we're talking about. Can't be long though, can it?
Well, there's only one game,
Yeah.
and that doesn't need a.
There were only 167 runs scored in that one game as well, so there's not loads to talk about.
I think it more entertaining talking about the game than watching it.
Yeah. Could go with that.
Because it was a turgid affair.
Turgid. What a great word. Turgid is. Fabulous word.
Yeah.
Thank you to our 4 sponsors for supporting our podcast. Johnny Russell's Art Caterers and Milltown Pies, Alexander Grace Law, Jez and Lisa's Spoonful of Sweets, and SPE Furnishings. Links to their websites are available in the show notes and on our website. Don't forget to subscribe to get all the latest episodes as soon as they're released.
Have you got any more London trips?
I haven't got any more booked, but there will be some coming up. Because I think I'm in London for. I've got to go in June, I think, in the middle.
All right.
So we'll go then, and I don't know what I'll go and see next time.
Sure, you'll find something.
Might go and see Jersey Boys if it's on.
Oh, it's brilliant. What a show.
I think I will and see from that.
Have
Yeah.
you seen it before?
No, never.
It's class. It's class.
But I'm quite a fan of Frankie Valli in the Four Seasons.
Yeah. I can imagine you would be.
So, should be pretty good, I think. And you said it was your favourite one, wasn't it?
It's brilliant.
You're right, Pete. That is the
Hello, Patrick.
Hi Joe, how are you?
Yes. How are you?
Yes, as well.
Good.
Got to take this, John.
You didn't have to announce that today. I just have to take this, Joe.
It were only my mum.
Have you been coaching as well, Pat?
Yeah, it's absolutely Baltic, Joe.
Yeah, I bet it is.
Stan reenacted his warm up from the when he played.
Oh dear. Played golf last night. Not very well, I might add, but I did play.
Oh, you said you were going to play, yeah?
Yeah.
That was cold as well.
Well, it was nice to start with, but then as soon as it started getting a little bit dark, it was like you said, fucking freezing.
Do you play with Matt?
No, I played with no, probably not. 2 random Nelson members I played with. It was all right.
At least it'll dried out a bit. Looks like a good idea.
Yeah, it's going to be dry all week as well, I think, innit? So it should be okay.
Even the weekend's not too bad now.
No, sit healthy.
No, you're right, Joe. You've got little bones.
I have got. Gav not supposed to be coming on.
He is supposed to be, yeah. He has a complicated life though, does Gav. He's got like stuff he needs to sort out for his aunties and stuff like that. So I don't know whether maybe he's got waylaid.
Was a great lad. My only concern, Dooch, is that this will get progressively later.
Tonight, you mean?
Yeah, I don't really want to be recording or starting recording it now.
No, I don't. But I mean, what can we do? I mean, I haven't prepared any sort of kind of running agenda for this thing. Have you?
No, not really. What did you think of the game this weekend?
It's difficult to read too much into it, really, isn't it?
Very.
Just leave it at.
Yeah, thanks, lads. See you next week.
You into Podhouse. Sweet song, 3 minutes.
Podhouse.
Lowerhouse.
Podhouse, I like that. It's good. Maybe that's the name for that little white box that AirPods come in. A pod house.
Yeah. And would they go on a pod shelf? Oh.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Anyway, Gav's a knob, innit? Hopefully he can hear us.
Yeah, I can hear you, prick.
Nicky and Charlie, Frank and Stan got stuck in a water loop. Charlie tossed one in the air and Frankie followed through.
Put your video on, Gav, then we can see you as well.
I'm on my phone.
What, has it not got a camera on it?
Yeah, but I can't be asked to turn it sideways. So does it matter, really?
No. Sounds like you're in a fucking cheerful mood anyway, Gav.
Fucking 8:30.
It is.
Let me just go back on that chat. Yeah, option 3 is okay with me, I think you said, Gav.
Well, just no problem, no problem. Team player, me.
Did you go to Rotherham last night, Gav? Right, okay.
I watched it on Red Button. Did you watch it?
All right, I asked you if you went, and then it all just went quiet. So I just wondered if you dropped off. I didn't watch it. No, I didn't realize. To be honest, I didn't even realize it were on Red Button.
Yeah, coverage weren't great. Camera angle weren't fantastic, but it was obviously better than now.
Yeah.
There were no commentary.
There were.
All right, they had it on here at club with no sound on.
It weren't up to much, Patrick, so you didn't really miss her out a lot. But
who's that? Who were that? Who did that? Put commentary on.
And the camera, the camera was really far away as well. So, and because it were on Red Button, you couldn't rewind or normal play or anything. So Stanny's at the game, Matt Stanny. So when they equalised, he's saying that looked like a foul goalie, were it? I said, honestly, mate, you can't replay, and they didn't even replay any of the goals. Do you know what I mean? So
what score was it? 2-2.
2-2. Bit of more. Don't mess. As we say, Benny, don't mess with my 2-2.
Correct, Gavin. Yeah, what a tune. Absolute banger. I'm familiar with that one, the Martin Boys. Don't mess with my 2-2.
And I know the first line,
which is
don't mess with my 2-2.
No, I don't think it is.
I know you got another one. Don't mess with my 2-2.
I know that line. Who sung it?
Oh, I do know this actually because it's been a running gag.
Originally, it was Fats Domino, but I don't know the version that we're all familiar with. I'm not sure who sang that.
That's a DJ.
Semi-professional.
Semi-professional, correct? Yeah.
Pro DJ.
Denise LaSalle, Gav.
That's it.
Oh yeah, that right.
That's the bugger.
I mean, realistically, are we gonna do anything on this on Podhouse?
On Pod Time?
Well, no. If it gets 9 o'clock,
Podsville. Yeah, just give him 5 minutes. If he's not here in 5 or 10 minutes, we'll just fuck it off. And
because Jez is the anchor, isn't he? He's the glue that holds it all together.
Yeah, and he'll be the only one who's like done any kind of prep for
Absolutely. All I did was look at card about an hour ago.
Yeah, same.
That's about it. Any of you crazy kids on the home football on Saturday? Oh no, you'll be playing, won't you? Benedict, are you going up turf?
I'm golfing, and they won't be playing because they're playing on Sunday, not Saturday.
Oh, is it? That's how much prep I've done. Fucking, I don't even know what they were playing.
No, I'm not going on. Who are they playing? QPR. Yeah, QPR in it.
Yeah, the Rangers of Queen's Park.
What's your thoughts on Gareth Ainsworth, Gav?
Grade A bell end. Strangely entertaining when he's not manager of your club.
I think he has too many buttons open on his shirt.
Yeah. Did you see? Oh, I didn't see it live, but have you ever seen that video clip of when Jeff Stelling takes me a case of him on Soccer Saturday?
No.
They do an interview with him like before a game or whatever it is, and he's there with obviously with his buttons undone down to his like bloody chest and all his bloody chest there, right? And it goes back to the studio, and Jeff Stelling's like, "Wow, camera's been off him." He's like undone all his shirt. And like took his tie off and like pretended it was very funny. If I come across it, I'll send it to you, but it's very funny.
Did you have a few beers on Sunday night, Gav?
No, we're on for 8:30.
Good morning.
Most unusual.
Right, yes. It's an unfortunate freeze, isn't it, from Jeremy?
I know, I don't think it's a freeze. I think it's his profile pic.
Right. All right, so.
Canella, where are you two in Iceland?
It's freezing, Jez.
Don't be ridiculous.
We've just been coaching, Jez.
You can't see. This isn't a good picture, but I can't feel my index finger.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Gav gone?
I mean, yeah, now can you?
He's not on video because he's on his phone.
Well, I'm trying to now do it. I'm trying to do it for the last 5 minutes and I can't work out. Oh, there we go.
Don't be naked, Gav.
All right then. I'll just go and get dressed. Hang on.
It would have been really funny, Gav, if you'd have turned up like Gareth Ainsworth. You'd undone all your buttons on your shirt.
Oh, I've done it. Can you see me now?
No.
Can you see me now? How far away there?
You know, how hard work is this, man?
And if I play Don't Mess With My Toot Toot on YouTube, will you be able to hear it? Let's give it a try.
Possibly. I think there's a way to share your audio.
Oh, you got another one. Don't mess with
Host disabled participant screen sharing, so it won't let me do it, Joe, because you disabled it.
I think it is, yeah, but they can't hear it. I don't know how to enable sharing. Where's Jez gone?
Have you ever thought of going to Canada?
Canada. Funnily enough, Jez, it's on the list.
Why?
I think I'm going to go to Niagara next year.
In Canada?
Yeah, on the Canadian side, yeah.
Right.
Get this fucking Gav's on twice now, fuck's sake.
I'll tell you what, how can you soar like eagle when you're getting pulled down by turkeys? You got Chuckle there with the bob hats on.
We can't see you, Gav, no. We can hear you, but we can't see you.
Fucking hell.
I think we're happier that we can't see you, to be honest.
Yeah, we can crack on.
Yeah. We'll just use our imagination.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Housecast, Lowerhouse Cricket Club's podcast. And what a great feeling it is. The start of the 2023 season. One game under the belt, lovely weather, nice and warm. Everyone's happy. Hey, Joe Martin, how you doing with your bobcat, your gloves, your scarf, and your parker on?
Very well, thank you, Jez. It's cold.
In your Joe Martin room?
Yes, and the heating is on. So
Well, turn it off. How much is that costing?
I don't know.
Could do some star jumps.
Oh, burpees. So how's it going, Joe? What, after the first game of the season, we'll talk about the game later on. You feeling in good spirits and you're all fit and training?
Yeah, it was a good start. Good atmosphere in the first team. So, yeah, really good.
And report away from the game. Is training going okay? And
yeah, training's really good. We've made a few changes this year to how we are attacking training. So it's been a little bit different with splitting up the 3s and 4s and the first and second team on separate nights. But there's still, it's just meant that training is more specific and purposeful. So it's been really good.
But it's, I mean, I know we take the mickey and laugh and joke about it, but it's good to see that you're moving on with the times and you've got to do that and keep ahead of it because other clubs are doing exactly the same. So good on you, good stuff. So anyway, we'll go from, we'll come back to you, Joe, when we're talking about the game and about cricket and a few other bits and bats. Duke, how are you going on?
Good, thanks, Jez. Very good. Like you, glad to be back. Glad the season's underway.
Yeah, it was good on Sunday, wasn't it? Duke to myself had a couple of circuits. It was cold and it was, you know, if the ball's not smashing to all quarters of the ground, but sometimes those games are good. I enjoyed it. Duke.
Yeah, you have to find your own ways of entertaining yourself, haven't you? Like discussions about the first day of the new century and things like that.
I was going to say, it's a very unfair.
I mean, I found that extremely. I don't think so. We'll come on to that. We this was when you were actually fielding. It's hard going, isn't it? It's hard going for you. It's hard going for us. But I think we've got that knack between us that we can talk about other things other than the cricket and come up with, you know, sensible conversations. Google's not allowed when questions come out. Duke and I will chat it through, try and work things through, and then you've got the galoot walking behind us. Anyway, Gav, how are you going on?
Hello. Yeah, I'm good, thank you, Jez. How are you?
Yeah, all right, Gav. You still can't sort your camera out, can you?
No, I can't work it out. I will. I'll get it sorted for next week. I promise.
All right. Okay. So
Great.
We've got Gav on audio, but there's nothing. But it's like a blob, a big head, and a blob of a body on the screen for us.
Rather than my usual athletic appearance, you know what I mean.
And that's Gav. So how did you stop for a few pints afterwards, Saturday, Gav? You said you were going to be home early.
Yeah, I walked home with Paul Stanley. I'm probably home for about 8:30, 8:45, something like that. I left Stanleyton at it after his day of graft.
Yeah.
Should I say Dave's day of graft? And but no comment.
Yeah. No, it was. You don't. Yeah, we had a couple of pints and don't have to go on the lash every time we're there. So yeah, we'll move on to the game. We've said previously we're going to try and do one each Monday. It's so difficult with people's commitments, etc., etc. But I promise we will try our best to get something in. So we've got a great guest on tonight to talk us through the game and how it panned out, etc. We've got the T20 skipper and current vice captain of the first team, Paddy Martin. Hey, Paddy, how are you doing?
Very well, thanks, Jez.
Good. I see you snuggled up with your brother in the Joe Martin room, keeping warm. Are you cold or not?
No, I'm all right. We just finished coaching, so that was a little bit.
Right. Okay.
He's got the heating on, he is.
But you've still got your hats on. So what age groups are you coaching this evening, Paddy?
So Wednesday nights is the younger one. So we have the under-9s and under-11s there.
Okay.
And a few under-13s who can't make.
Right, okay. Oh, it's great to see plenty there as well, even though it was cold.
We're a bit light tonight, but that's because I think there were 3 games on tonight.
All right, okay. Yeah.
Do a little bit more.
Brilliant to see.
And there's less.
Keep it going. So let's talk about Sunday. Ramsbottom at home, 50 over game. I mean, I think it's fair to say when we were all looking at the conditions and the weather I know it wasn't 50. I'm just building up to that, Joe. We were all looking at the weather on the Wednesday and the build up to it. There was talk within the league clubs of cancelling the whole set of fixtures and maybe moving it to another day, but that wasn't voted in. So the fixtures went ahead, and I think a little bit of luck with the weather, but also some fantastic graph from the ground staff led by Stan and Dave Waddington and others. And I've got to say, Paddy, when I turned up and saw, I got there after about 4 or 5 overs gone. It looked fantastic conditions, for the time of year. What was it like? When you turned up at 12 and you were going out to have a look, were you comfortable to play in it?
Yeah, I don't think there was much difference between 12 o'clock and 10 past 2 when we started.
No.
But obviously, you go through the due process of everyone to play and such.
Yeah.
There are a few soggy patches, but of April.
Yeah.
And it's rained a lot since Christmas, really. So.
Yeah, it has. We have had a lot of rain on the build up to that, and that's why I think it's a case of the games called off, like quite a few were, because it's not fit or it's dangerous, and the umpires would make that decision if the 2 captains said we're going to go ahead and play. But for some reason, I mean, I was down there and I was chatting to a few people. It didn't appear to me that Rami was mad keen to play, and I think that's borne out by the report that's come out for Rami. Can you comment on what was going on there? It's a bit strange, first game of the season.
Yeah, you think there'd be the first game of the season keenness, so I don't really know what they were thinking. But when I spoke to Tom, their captain, he didn't think it was fit. Then obviously thought it was fit.
Right.
I think Tom had a bit of a query about the Park side and
right.
If you don't play in that, you're going to miss out on 6 games a year.
Yeah, it's clearly you've got to try and get a game in there, and there might have been a reason for shortening the game, but there was always going to get a game in because there was no rain forecast. I don't know what you think, Gav and Dooch. Obviously I played longer than you, but I remember run-ups. You're going through puddles. I don't know about you, Dooch. We played in a lot worse than that, didn't we?
We definitely played it worse than that. Yeah, I don't ever remember running up through puddles, but I didn't really run up. So.
No, you crabbed up, didn't you?
But yeah, I thought I was actually surprised when I went down a bit early. I went down about 11 o'clock in the morning just to see what prospects were, and I was surprised with how good it looked. Obviously, testament to Stan, Waddle, and Roger who'd done the graft. But yeah, a bit surprised that first game of the season they didn't want to play. But if that indeed was the case,
it might have been some other motives. Gav, you'll have played in conditions worse than that, wouldn't you?
Absolutely. And not more than got on with it. But no, yeah, I think Paddy nailed it earlier. At the end of the day, start of the season, you've got to expect, it's not going to be perfect, is it? It's not going to be like a bowling green, is it? I think you've just got to, as long as it's not dangerous, you've just got to turn up and make the best of it. And unfortunately, common sense prevailed and we got quite a decent, 40 over game in.
Yeah, and I do think we've all been there. We've had a bit of chatter on our WhatsApp group, haven't we, about teams turning up and we're not wanting to play. I can assure you years ago, never first game of the season, but there's some games I've not wanted to play where you end up and it's been absolutely, it's been the conditions aren't great and the opposition are desperate to play you because they know they're going to be inside 2 hours. But that's it's different. First game of the season, Rami, they're a good side. They could be fighting for honours, and it just sets off the tone quite poorly, I think. And that's what happened. I mean, the conditions weren't dangerous at all. I don't think, Paddy. There was nothing flying around or there was nothing jumping off a length. I think it was slow, maybe a touch low, moved a little bit. Is that about right, Paddy?
Yeah, I agree with that, Jez. It was just soft, so it just stuck a little bit in the pitch. But ultimately, for the umpire sakes, and it must be. So
exactly.
Involved,
yeah, exactly. So in the first 2-3 overs, we got 2 wickets. They're 4 for 2, and Pearson's come in and he's got out, and then the pro comes in with their young wicketkeeper. He looked a good player, Joe. Their stumper. Is it Harry?
Harry Caton, yeah.
Harry Caton.
He's probably, I'd say he's probably the best in the league.
What
okay.
Best in the league at what?
As the wicketkeeper batsman.
All right, okay. Is he weird like all the wicket keepers?
I think so.
No, okay.
That might not be me measuring that might not be the best.
Fair point. Yeah, good answer.
But yeah, I mean, he did look a very good player, and I thought he paced the innings very well. And if he, maybe a little bit more experience at the end to push it on at certain times, but it was so difficult, was that pitch. And I thought their pro looked a decent enough bat. I think he was, trying to pick the when he could maybe hit a boundary, because it's, their whole innings, 40 overs, they only hit 2 fours, and I think he was trying to wait for that poor ball, which didn't really come. I think I was only Toxie who had one poor ball that got played off the back foot through extra cover for 4. And I think Paddy, the wicket, when you actually bowled him, was quite short, weren't it? I think it was fair to say it pitched outside his leg stump, probably spun very slowly in it. People say it kept low, but I thought it hit quite high up on the off stump.
Yeah, I think you're right there, Jez. There was nothing wrong with it, really. Perfect ball for being and it certainly didn't.
It were an half tracker.
It didn't warrant him going back anyway, so I don't really know what he was trying to do.
He was trying to hit it into the canal, weren't he? That's what he's trying to do.
But I don't think one ball kept low all day. So.
No, I don't think it did. No, I don't think it did. So once he's gone, 42 for 4. I genuinely, as we were walking around, we were thinking they're not going to get 90. We're going to bowl them out with, maybe 3 or 4 overs to go. But they stuck at it. Is obviously you worked extremely hard to get the bonus points, Joe. A little bit of bad luck, or trying too hard with the bowling at the end. I thought it was.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think that bowling a team. I mean, in league games, I think it's really rare that you bowl a team out inside 40. They had a good partnership in the middle that probably didn't score that many runs, but they batted for a long time. So that took quite a bit of time out of the game. But we bowl really well in a whilst it's important to bowl teams out in a limited overs game, it's more important to restrict runs, so then you're not chasing a big total. So 80 odd for 9 or 40 overs, whilst you want the extra 2 points, you probably prefer that than trying to chase 100 on that wicket, maybe 20, trying to get that last.
Yeah, no, it's a good point. It's a good point. I thought Stephen Parry bowled very well.
Fantastic.
So, the early spell was good, and then to come back the way he did, and very, very restricting of them. I thought he bowled well, and we were commenting ourselves. What a bowling lineup that we've got now. You look at the 4 amateurs that are there. Are outstanding bowlers, and then you've got Frankie. When he's fit to add to it, and Joe Hawke as well.
Yeah,
we were commenting.
That was impressive was that all the bowlers that bowled attack the stumps and width, and I think that was the main thing that restricted the other team, is that you could bowl a little bit shorter, you could bowl a little bit full, but if you were attacking the stumps, I think it made it really difficult to certainly hit straight on a slow wicket, and difficult to play across the line too.
Yeah. No, it was a typical grafting track. So we go out to bat again. Ben and Frankie are seeing it, just trying to see themselves get used to the pitch as it was, and taking a bit of time. Ben gets out, and then yourself, Joe, and Frankie put on nearly 40 for that second wicket, which was invaluable. Was there a game plan there for you and Frankie, or was it just survive till the day you dive?
I think chasing quite a low total, I think it's really easy for other people maybe to try and hit the way out, and then that's where problems can come in. So I think it was just a case of being patient, waiting for the bad ball and trying to rotate strike when you can. It was really hard to score on, so you were never fluent, I would say. But I think that was the plan when I was batting with Frank, was to just keep batting, keep taking what we can. Slowly towards it. I think if
it worked. Yeah.
I think if we were needing 30, 40 in the last 10 with wickets in the 10, I think that we would have been comfortable chasing that with perhaps the explosiveness of our way to go about it.
And I also think that, I mean, is it proof that when the pro came in, it just made it look, he was a different player to everyone else. Yeah. I thought the way he played it, how much time he had and where he worked, where he could hit it. And no one was running many twos at all, but he was just making sure he was finding gaps. And so you're right, I think we probably could have chased that. Everyone was saying on the ground 120 would probably win that game, 130. But I'm not so sure really when you saw the way he came in, but where Ruan came in. But yeah, a great win in the end. As it turns out, nearly 6 overs left because of the way Ruan pushed it on. So a great win and 10 points. As far as, is there anything else noteworthy in any of the other games that were played at the weekend? Has anyone done any homework on them?
No, I've not, but I think Francois deserves a bit of a mention for his innings. I thought he batted really well and really responsibly, and but for one, just bouncing a little bit more than others have. That did for him. But I thought he deserved to carry his bat, and I think I thought he batted really well, like you've said earlier. Frankie and Joe were superb, especially when we were walking around and we were thinking, are they going to send an hitter in like Joe Martin mentioned earlier? Would that have been a tactic? And we were quite surprised, if we're being honest, when Joe came out, but batted really. Sorry,
me too.
Yeah, no, but we were thinking, because it was so difficult to bat on, or it looked like it was. We were thinking, are we going to just send someone in to chance his arm and perhaps get a quick 20? But you came in and did the job. But I thought Francois at the other end always appeared in control, and I thought he was superb. And like I say, very unlucky to get one that just bounced a bit and did for him.
Yeah, it's a good point, Gav. He batted really well.
Yeah, it did. It was a good performance, good experience. Just looking through the other results, Burnley battered Littleborough, Burnley 176, Littleborough 71 all out. Crikey, that scorecard's interesting. 47, non-4, non-2, 4-6, non-4, non-4. Bit like when me, Gav and Joe played. I think, was there any other results? Does anyone know? Oh yeah, Clitheroe. Todd
beat Clitheroe, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good result for them. So yeah, first game, first win. Let's hope we push on from that. Is there anything else around the cricket side, Joe and Paddy, from the weekend, or for the coaching and training?
I don't think so, Jez. There are a few games coming up this weekend for the twos, and the twos will have their first game this weekend, and third 11 will play their second game because the fourths have had a few.
Right, good.
It'll be good to see how that second team get on with a slightly new.
Yeah.
They're playing Colne at Lowerhouse on Sunday.
Yes. Yeah, that's the second team do, and we will be featuring, getting Timmy on and talking her through the results for the thirds, fourths, and seconds as we as we progress through these podcasts. So I want to just move on to what is potentially being in the next couple of months a record-breaking Lancashire League achievement coming up, Joe Martin.
Oh, right, yeah.
I know you're shy and you don't like going into things like this, but it's a monumental achievement.
Well, I think it's...
If you don't mind me saying.
Well, that's very kind, Jez. I think it's certainly a way of showing that I don't have anything else to do and I'm very single. But yeah.
Is it worth just reiterating what the situation is?
Yeah. For the listeners, I will. I'm glad you keep reminding me, Duke. What to say?
Sorry. You're getting on a bit, Jez, and it is 9 o'clock.
So for the listeners' benefit, Michael Bradley, who I think is about 6 months younger than me, is still playing at Nelson, wicketkeeper. A great player, could bat a bit, and has played for donkey's years, and is still playing. The records, and again, Nigel Stockley, we've got to thank him so much for producing these records, for the information he's giving us. Is that Michael Bradley played 300 games without missing a game between 1998 and 2008, I am led to believe. And our very own Joe Martin can break that record in I think it's 5 games.
Right.
If he plays the next 5 games, so we will confirm all this. Nigel's researching it all. So where he will become forever in the history, going backwards, have played the most games consecutively. But Joe, I believe you missed one. Can you remember which game it was and why?
Yeah, I think so. From memory, it was 2010, middle of the season. I think I missed the game at home against Bay Cup or Enfield. Yeah, Enfield.
Enfield, yeah.
And I played the next day. That's what. And I played the next day. I was at a family member's wedding.
24th of July, 2010.
Yeah, that was and I I don't but that was the last game I missed in any format.
I was just going to say that. So for just short of 13 years, you've not missed one game.
No, I played every single game. T20, Lancs Cup, horrendous. Worsley Cup, yeah, played them all.
I mean, it's this lot will be trying to protect the Mickey, but and you say that it shows because I've nothing else to do, etc., etc. But for one to keep fit, to not break fingers as a wicketkeeper, to not get a corky in your face, or it's a great achievement.
Just that you sort of carry on, don't you? Don't forget, Jez. I played with Gavin Dooch and Charlie Blaise. Paul Stanley was the manager, so you just sort of get on with it, don't you? You're never going to be 100% fit all the time, so you just got to, crack on and see where you get. I think.
Oh, good effort, Paddy. Have you any comments about it?
Yeah. Controversially, Jez, I actually played that day, so I don't think he had to miss it.
He just wanted to wear his James Bond suit.
Quite probably, yeah.
Actually, I actually had a linen suit on that day.
He didn't have to miss Michael's wedding, really. Oh, he did have to.
It wasn't Michael's. It was Louisa's. No.
But yeah, he didn't have
great achievement.
Thank you.
Great achievement. I'm sure we'll celebrate it over a half of orange and water with you at some stage in the next 5 or 6 games. Dooch, anything you want to say about Joe Martin and that achievement?
Yeah, I do. I just want to ask him, all these consecutive games he's played, did he actually play in the full games though?
No, I didn't. No, one of them I didn't wicket keep.
Really? Why?
I broke my finger and knuckle batting against Enfield in 2015.
Was it diagnosed, that break?
No, but
all right, okay, right. Fair enough. That's all I wanted to know.
Oh, okay.
He made it all up, Joe. Pathetic.
Yeah, he banged. I remember exactly what happened.
Just for the record, Jez, I couldn't move my hand. I heard a massive crack as it hit my hand. Liam Jackson. I thought that really hurt, so I carried on batting. I couldn't really grip the bat, so I took my glove off. My hand had gone black. So then I carried on batting. Nicked off to first slip. Put ice on it.
Purpose.
And heat. Yeah, of course. Ice on it and heat. And Paul Stanley said to me at half time, "Do you think you're going to be able to keep?" And I took all the ice off and the bandage, and I tried to move my hand, and it just made an almighty crunch. So Dick Bailey had to wicket keep, and Joe Beneducci actually. Yeah, I remembered this. Yeah, Joe Beneducci came on and subfielded, but also had tea.
What a surprise!
He had a tray of cakes.
What's wrong with that?
Of course he did.
There's nothing wrong with it. I'm glad you reminded me of that. Yeah, I only played that half game, but then played the week after.
Yeah, so in this massive consecutive run, Jez, he hasn't fulfilled all the games. So I'm going to write to Nigel myself, actually, and and I'm going to write to Mick Bradley as well.
Yeah, and tell him.
I think what's also shocking, Jez, is he hurt his hand batting, not dropping a catch.
Yeah, which is quite interesting. Gav, anything about Joe Martin and his fantastic run?
Yeah, all joking aside, it's an outstanding achievement, isn't it? In this day and age where there's so many other things to do, and very rarely does the teams put the same 11 out from one week to the next. For Joe to have that level of commitment over such a long period of time, it's nothing short of excellent, and he deserves all the plaudits coming his way.
Here.
Thank
well
you.
done, Joe. So if anyone wants to comment, feel free to put something on Twitter or or wherever you else you can post about Joe Martin and his achievement.
Broken the record. I've done it. There's every chance that I might not. So
yeah, there's every chance. Yeah,
might get dropped.
Yeah.
Well, after last year, they were 50-50, I reckon.
Well, it's just come through as when. Oh dear, don't mention Gav. He's only just got over it.
It's a tough school.
I said to Ben last week. I've genuinely thought about that drop catch every single.
Of your life
since I wake up and it's the first thing I see.
It was funny.
It weren't terrible.
Weren't that funny, Gav?
It were where we were sat.
It was that easy.
So anyway, Joe, you will be pleased to know that David Lloyd's been tweeting about you.
Oh, well, that's very excellent.
Shout out to Joe Martin for this record. 6 more games and he beats Michael Bradley's 286 consecutive games.
That the tennis player?
What, David Lloyd or Michael Bradley?
David Lloyd.
I don't think so, because he says...
The guy who owns the gyms.
So, anything else we want to talk about around cricket before we move on to this super draw?
No, not from me, Jez.
You're all right with that, Gav. Dooch, you okay?
All good, Jez. Looking forward to hearing tidbits about each draw winner.
Yeah.
Tidbits. Right. As we have done previously, we're going to draw the March 2003 Super Duper Bumper Lowerhouse draw.
What a creamer.
There is 4 prizes. There is 4 prizes. £100, £80, £70 and £50. I thought I might have got a cheer then after each one, but clearly not.
Joke, Jez. 10p, 10p, 50p a pound.
So before we move on, Joe, can you get your balls ready? I want numbers from 1 to 177.
Yeah.
As I've said previously, there are a few free numbers, but we are getting new members as a result of the podcast, etc. So we've got, let's just have a little look who we can welcome. Andy Bradshaw, welcome to the draw, number 87. Kev McGinty, welcome to the draw, number 67. Angela Jones joined at the end of last year. Thanks, Angela, 65. Paul Bamford's joined. Tommy Brealey joined last year, but won twice. Laura Hudson's asked to join. She's a brand newer. Paul Grace has asked for 2 numbers. So thanks very much, everyone, for wanting to come in. Will Driver joined as well. He's been in a while now. So thanks very much. If anyone wants to join, speak to any of the committee, speak to myself, email me, text me. The numbers are on the website. £5 a month, that's all it is. And we pay out, I think it's about £4,200 a year. And there's about 3,800 goes to the junior section and the coaching of the cricket club. So without further ado, shake your balls up, Joe, and give us your first number.
103.
Number 103. Now, there'll be a couple of lads on this podcast that'll be absolutely over the moon with this. He's one of their mentors, best friend. He's looked after them. He does all sorts for them. It's Nigel Brown.
Oh, fantastic. Brown.
Fantastic, Brown. Nigel.
Yeah.
He's on holiday next week.
Yeah,
fantastic for it.
Fantastic.
Well, there you go. 100 quid. He had... Nigel he was a good footballer with Nigel. I don't know if you two know this. Played over in Rosendale. I played a little bit of football against him over there. And then he obviously played quite a bit of cricket. His lads came down and played at our place. But he's a level 2 coach. Level 4? Level 3. Bang in the middle. I've got a very quick short story about Nigel. He was at a cricket club a couple of years ago now. I'm not going to name the cricket club, but he was at this cricket club and Lowerhouse were getting slagged off royally. And he pinned one of their ex-superstars to the wall for slagging Lowerhouse off. And this superstar was about 70, but he proper pinned him up against the wall, apparently, threatening to snot him. So anyway, well done, Nigel. That's £100. I better write these down because no one else does anything on this podcast. We'll take them back. So the second prize, I think. What's the second prize, Gav? Let's just test you.
Second prize, fruitcake in it.
No, not again. Not again.
All right.
£80. So £80 draw. Shake your balls up, Joe, and give us a number.
149.
Crikey, you like big numbers, don't you, Joe? 149. 149 is Neil Taylor.
Well done, Neil.
Migsy.
Come on, we need some low numbers, Joe. Come on, sort them knackers out.
Yeah, that's a good win. Neil Taylor's last, I don't know if he's won previously. I'm just trying to look at my historical chart to see when he's... he won in November 20, so that's 2.5 years. So that's great. Neil Taylor, £80. Well done, Neil.
Well done.
The next number for £70, please, Joe.
Number 1.
Let's get back up. I ain't wrote this down. One second, because I'll forget it. I'll be having to listen to it. So right, number 1 is John Heaton. That's a good win. So next number for £50, please.
56.
Number 56. Oh, classic. Number 56. Let's have a game of see if we can guess who he is if I give clues.
Okay.
It comes down all the time. And you can ask me questions where I can only answer yes or no. He comes down all the time watching. A really lovely lad.
Is he an ex-player?
No.
Ooh.
Look at Joe Beneducci's rubbing his head and sat in excitement.
Is it Steve Parrington?
No, but the similar sort of school, probably a bit younger. Similar sort of school.
Chris Blizzard. Oh, younger. Oh, never. Sorry. Waste of a guess. That. Sorry.
Big friend of Dave Wren's. You're losing money here now, you guys. The more clues I give you, the less money you get. He's massively into history. He loves his outdoor history and architecture.
Paul Hargreaves.
No, really quite tall fella. Laughs funny.
Clive.
Spencer.
It's Clive Spencer.
Oh, fantastic.
Good for Clive. Excellent.
Well done, Clive.
Well, Clive, that's a good win. So that concludes the draw for March. We're not going to do April's. We'll do that in the next couple of weeks. So is there anything else anyone wants to add before we wrap this up?
No, not for me, Jez.
No, you're all right, Gav. You ready for bed?
Yeah.
That's good. Duke, anything you want to add?
No. Going to Walsden on Sunday to watch the boys win at Walsden.
Oh yeah, Walsden away, innit?
Are you going, Jez?
No, I'm not. I'm Portugal.
I'm going to watch twos.
Yeah, nice, Gav. Yeah.
What's your preview, you two Martin brothers, of the Walsden game?
I think we've only beat them twice. Due a win. Once was in the semi-final, the cup, and the other one was a game at Walsden.
No, they didn't play last week, did they? They were rained off at Haslingden.
So I'm hoping. Well, I'm expecting Rouen to.
Yeah. A little bit of rain forecast, isn't there? I think so. It's not going to do it any good. But good luck, lads.
Thanks, Jez. Enjoy your holiday in Portugal.
All the best. Thank you. And we will meet again. I can do it from over there if we can get some guests in. If you want to do one,
Yeah, why not?
maybe. We could do a daytime one, couldn't we?
People are available.
Yeah, it's available. Yeah, let's have a look at doing that. So if there's nothing else for anyone, I thank everyone for listening. Keep subscribing to all the different channels that you're supposed to, and get it on the different mediums, on cassette and things like that. And hope you're enjoying it, and we'll catch up soon.
Gordon, send more house to save the house.